Let's watch this Balboa video. I think. Before I lose my mind, bro. Before I lose my mind.
So I'm assuming you guys are reading the title and you're wondering how Cetra betrayed this game's whole community. Inside of this video, I'll be explaining how. This first part, I want to explain the benefits that the community, the developers, the content creators, the testers all would have obtained through me. Okay? So me and Cetra came to a deal where essentially I would be put on community manager spot, I would be unbanned, and essentially we would work together to save this game, right? And the benefits that you guys would have received if he decided to not backdoor me is this. So the community, you guys would have gotten your private servers back. You guys would have had a person to talk to get your suggestions through me to the developers. So any suggestions that you guys want would be to the developers. Any bug changes, any balancing ideas, anything like that, you guys would just have to DM me. You guys would have to do that. I would make a pool, whatever. You guys would have a form of communication to the developers to actually get your issues fixed, right? That's the first change. Second change, serverless would be fixed because I have no idea what the current one is doing. Your private servers would be back, and any big issues that you guys have been complaining about this whole time would also be fixed. The hog frag issue would be fixed. All of those issues would be fixed, right? Okay? The third thing is you guys would no longer have to deal with the developers going inside announcements and rage baiting you guys. Because essentially, I was supposed to be the sole manager of the community. The developers, all that they were going to do was work on the game. They weren't going to go inside announcements. They weren't going to do anything. They were just going to work on the game, right? And I was going to deal with the community. I was going to tell you guys all the information that you guys need and all that. The last actual big benefit that you guys would have received was going to be the requirements of everything. There would be no longer anything gate kept. I have zero idea why there is this gate kept bullshit inside of this game, because my philosophy is if you want something to be hard to obtain, make the requirements of it hard. Don't make the hard part of obtaining it finding out how to obtain it. You guys saw with True Bankai. Obtaining True Bankai was super easy. The hardest part was finding out what the actual requirements was. And I have no idea why they make the game like that, but that whole shit would have been swapped instantly. I have zero idea why they make the game that way. Now, moving on to content creators. Content creators, you guys would have instantly gotten your private server back. Not only that, you guys would have freedom of speech back, because I know Kevin, your current content creator manager, basically said that if you speak out your mind and it's not positive, you guys would get your role stripped. Not only that, I would make them make a content creator panel where you guys can set yourself whatever you want to record as much content you guys want as possible. Because at the current moment, the only person that can do that is Nano, which is fine. I think content creators having panel is a great thing. Not only does this
Content creators having panel is a good thing, even though I'm not a content creator.
Bring more content to the community, so you guys will have more videos to enjoy. This makes it so content creators can post more frequently without actually having to farm the stuff themselves. This also makes it so there's more traction to the game with more videos being posted, so this also helps the developers because the game's player count would go up if there was more content being made, and there would just be genuine no problems. The other thing, there would be no drama on this game. I was going to completely solve all the drama on this game. The only reason why there is currently drama on this game is because you guys treat the content creators like literal dog shit. Most of the content creators that have come out here and try to say the truth about what's going on behind the scenes, between the communities, and actually tell you guys what's going on are all banned. Vert doesn't have his role because I guess he was hating on the game or something. Revolver doesn't have his role. I don't have my role. Misery doesn't have his role. And anyone that has ever tried to actually tell you guys what's going on.
W fucking Balboa. Yeah, I'm gonna check out the RLC. I already checked out the RLC stuff.
Going on, basically, essentially does not have the role. The only reason why there is drama is because the developers, the Dorose, Cetra, make there be drama by handling the content creators in dog shit ways. So, content creators, you guys would get your own content creator panel as long as you are an actual trusted content creator and you guys make content for the game. You guys would get your own panel. You guys would be able to produce as much content as possible, and you guys would have no restrictions. You guys would be able to speak your mind and just make content, right? So essentially, developers would just work Content creators would just make content. The community would get all the benefits, right? Great, phenomenal. Now, the developers that are watching this video, you guys are probably wondering, well, how does this benefit us? With more content being made on your game, you guys will get more players because new people will be coming to your game. With you guys doing community suggestions through me and the developers actually doing what the community wants, changes that they want, and things like that, you guys would get a way better reputation, which would make people want to play your game more and support it more. Not only that, you guys would not have to worry.
I'm going back to the Balboa video.
About the community anymore. All you guys would have to do is work on the game. That's all you would have to do. Work on the game, get your money, see the player count rise. There would be no drama on the game, and the game would just be in an overall way, way, way better position. You guys would have 100% of a better time just working on the game and not dealing with the community, and I can deal with the community myself. That is perfectly fine. So essentially, I was trying to make the ideal version of TypeSoul. I was trying to make the best version of TypeSoul possible. There was going to be no drama, with developers solely focusing on only updating and developing. There probably would have been bi-weekly updates of new content. Your guys' suggestions would have went through to the dev so they can actually do the suggestions that you guys wanted. And then you guys would also have more content to watch because content creators would get panel where they can actually record videos instead of it all being date kept. Not only that, the current shit that is date kept, like Almighty requirements, Ancient Vassal requirements, all of that would be undate kept, and you guys would have all the information that you guys need. And to testers watching this video, you guys would no longer have to sign an NDA because I would make sure that there is no longer anything being added to the game that has requirements that are date kept. The requirements would instantly be public, and I would tell the developers to just make the actual requirements hard to obtain rather than making the hard part of obtaining it, finding out what the requirements are. I think we can all agree that OG TypeSoul.
By the way, do you need Segunda? Do you need Segunda for true res? You wouldn't need Segunda for true res, would you? Balboa, it's not that deep, my king. You need Segunda. Okay.
When raid or when Bonkai was 175 raids was fine. It was hard to obtain, sure. Super hard to obtain, right? 175 raids was a little insane. Don't get me wrong. But I think everyone had a genuine better time doing that because it wasn't gate kept. Once when people found out what it was, they had fun doing the hard requirements because it was something to actually look forward to and work towards that not every single player had. The reason why True Bonkai is such a mess right now is because you guys made the requirements easy as hell, and all that you did was gatekeep the actual requirements and make it some weird-ass thing that the community had to solve on their own rather than...
Easy as hell? I ain't gonna lie, nothing about farming 120 mobs for 6 hours is easy. It's not that it's hard, it's just super time consuming.
Making the requirements hard. Not only that, you made all of Hellverse cheesable, so now there's 35,000 people that have True Bonkai when you guys wanted it to be something that very few people had and was actually cool, but now damn near the whole community has it, because instead of making the requirements hard, you guys focused more on gatekeeping what the requirements were. That's all the benefits that you guys would have received. Obviously, there was more, and you guys will find out in the rest of this video, but basically...
No, 100% should have been harder. But I think the TypeSoul's developers' idea of hard is making bosses move stack and spam abilities. Like, legitimately, that's the TypeSoul developers' version of hard.
Essentially, the reason why the...
Like, if they made it PvP oriented, it would have been super hard because you only have 2 lives before you get wiped, right? So if they had done something like, you need to get ranked within Ring 1, and you need to survive being ranked in Ring 1 for like 5 hours or 4 hours. Like, it would have been way better because if you actively have ranked, people in the server are going to be hunting you down. You are not cooking, that would have been way better than AFKing. Like, actually make it risky. Like, it's meant to be hard. Hell is not risky. Has anyone actually been wiped in hell? Like, you're meant to go to hell and be risking your life. They should have made hell a PvP zone, bro. That would be way it would be way more entertaining than fucking standing around for 20 hours, bro.
Community is not receiving these
What
benefits.
the fuck are we
The reason why
talking
the
about?
content creators aren't receiving these benefits, the developers, the testers, the reason why nobody is getting the version of TypeSoul that we all want is because Cetro decided that it would be better to backdoor me and make every single developer remove me as a friend and remove all of my connections to the developers and just genuinely try to ruin this game. He's self-sabotaging the own game right now. You guys will see all the proof inside of this video. But I just wanted to tell you guys what I was trying to do for this game.
You haven't heard about anyone get complain about being wiped in hell? That's how awesome it is. Literally, hell. Like, originally, people thought, okay, hell's going to be crazy. You're able to wipe in here. And if we go to hell, we're actually risking our accounts. Going to hell is not scary, bro. It's not scary. You die once, you just go kill a mob. Like, it's not scary at all, bro. And genuinely, I think if you get wiped in hell, you're bad. Because, cool, let's say you did get 5v1. You lost a life. You server hop. Just go into a different server or leave the game and go kill a mob, bro. Like, what are we talking about? High risk, high risk, high reward with no reward.
Genuinely understand why I'm so frustrated about this whole situation.
Serverless work like 2% of the time. Cool, you can't server hop. Leave the game and go to a different server. Or block someone like in that server and go to a different server.
Alright, so I'm gonna just get straight into this video. Essentially, Cetro backdoored me. That's all you guys really need to know. Cetro backdoored me. He made a promise. And then obviously today when he left,
okay, that's good. Let this game die. Who gives a fuck if the player count goes down? Let this game die. Legitimately, the only reason people are playing this game right now is because there's actually no other games on Roblox to play. Let a semi-decent game on Roblox come out. This game will go from 100k players to about 10k. How's the server list? How's the UI still not working after 8 days? It's been like 8 days since the game has released. This is something that should have been fixed on day one. Something that should have been fixed on day one is still broken until this day.
he broke the promise.
I hope Vert changes the game. Is Vert's dick thick? Are you even able to breathe right now? Where the fuck did Vert come from in this conversation? Can you breathe? Like, how are you breathing right now? Are you breathing through your nostrils or is it through your eye sockets? What? Bro said I really hope no, because it was just so random. I really hope Vert saves the game. Hello? How is it? Where did Vert come from?
And you guys don't know see what that promise is, but I'm telling you, not a single person here watching this video is going to be happy right now. Okay, let's get right into it. So, me and Cetro, in the background, made a deal. This was our deal. This is all I had to do. I couldn't make videos on his friends list, so his quote-unquote friend, quote-unquote e-kitten, obviously that video was deleted because he said that I couldn't do that. Sure.
Oh shit, right? I still need to react to that video.
You want about that. If you guys want to say that I stuck up to the devs or whatever, the whole reason why I agreed to this is for you guys. I wanted this game to genuinely be good, and I wanted to get into a position of power where I can actually make your guys' suggestions go through to the game and make the game good. That is the only reason why I agreed to this. I did not agree to it for bad farm. You guys can actually say that that's
off. I'm trying to read, motherfucker.
Me.
No friends list drama. Avoid dev drama. Tester leaks can be posted, but list is misinfo.
Agreeing to this lowered my bad farm. I could have made way more videos, but I agreed to it because I wanted to make this game genuinely good and give the community what they want.
Honestly don't think Fullbringers even need to be in the game right now. Like, they actually don't have a place in the game. Like, what is the purpose of Fullbringers being in the game right now? Like, why are you here? You don't really contribute to anything. You can't get a true mode. You don't have a sub mode. Why are Fullbringers even in it? Other than just like being broken and inconveniencing other players, why are Fullbringers like here? No, right now they genuinely don't have a place. They have no content after you get your Bankai equivalent. After you get Fullbringer, they have no content in the game. They literally have there's no point of them being here.
So he said no friends list or drama.
No, genuinely lazy. No, genuinely lazy.
Dev drama and tester leaks can be posted. but they have to be listed as misinformation. Also, you have to leak whatever tester leaked to you to Cetro. Perfectly fine.
I ain't gonna lie. Why would you agree to being a snitch? Cetro's personal snitch.
Right? No crazy request there. I can still make my videos like saying I disliked a certain thing about the game and all that. So I'm perfectly fine with it. I want you guys to keep in mind, Cetro reached out to me. He reached out to me. I did not reach out to him about this. He reached out to me, okay? So he says, all I can recommend is that you relax and things will be done to ensure that this works out for everyone. You unbanned, no drama, game updates, that's it. There's no reason to keep this going. Yes, I did what you're saying. You said in your own words that the community views you as a hero right now, so I can tell you to be, it's basically I said I was the voice, and he said basically be the voice.
Balboa thinks he's fucking Little Dirk or something. Bro said he's the voice. Oh my gosh, bro.
And tell people the truth and do all that. And I basically started
Cetro
talking
might
about
be worse
community
than for
manager.
you. Cetro's way worse than for you.
So it's community manager, that far out of reach for me, because set on paper it makes sense. You just said the community views me as a hero. Would it not be best to let boom? And he said it would have to be discussed with both me and Chaotic being present. I'm not sure about community manager, but an unban is in the first step. And then as we talked a bit later, he's making it seem like, oh yeah, we're gonna get you on community.
No, Balboa, I'm so dead. This nigga said he's the voice, the hero of the community. Bro, are you Little Dirk?
Community manager, and we're gonna get you your spot. You're gonna take suggestions from the community. You're gonna handle the community. You're gonna handle the content creators. And all developers have to do is the work that the community wants. There's no drama. The game works perfectly. There's new content being added bi-weekly. Holds 100k players. Boom. Right? This is the ideal, perfect world of TypeSoul. This is what every single person wants, is for one person to handle the community.
I'm gonna title this reaction video, Balboa is the voice of the streets. I swear, I'm gonna title the video some that cringe shit.
Get suggestions from the community. Basically be the person where you guys can go to someone and be like, yo bro, this is broken, can you tell them to fix it? Can we get this added? Can this get nerfed? Can this boom, 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 boom? That's essentially what I wanted to be for you guys. I wanted to be the person that listens to the community and tells the devs to do exactly what you guys want.
I'm not gonna lie, he is sticking his neck out for TypeSoul though. I'll give him credit where credit's due. Balboa really is trying to make a difference. I think the main issue is that he was low-key wasting his breath. I don't think Cetro's the type of person that actually gives a fuck. Like, Balboa is saying all of this stuff, and in reality, Cetro doesn't actually give a fuck. Like, Cetro doesn't care, bro. He does not give a fuck.
So the game is exactly how you guys want it and not how the developers want it. Because as we all know, the developers are not making the game how the community wants it at all right now. And he said, sounds nice, I can't lie.
No, Cetro
and I
literally
tell
doesn't
him right
use
here
a minute of
that
sleep,
you guys
bro.
can use my channel to calm down the community.
Like, I'm very sure if they were in VC having this conversation, Cetro's voice would be sarcastic. Bro wrote a paragraph and his response was, not a bad trade-off. We'll see if we can get there. Yeah, realistically, that would be ideal. I just want the game to be good and fun and everyone to be happy, man. It sounds sarcastic, bro. This doesn't sound like a legitimate response of someone that actually wants to change the game. Like, he's not even responding to anything Balboa is saying. He's kind of just brushing him off.
Give them information, do everything a community manager does.
Bro said Cetro types like a helmet, baby.
And I can use you guys to get set, make more videos on the game, promote it more. Sounds like a fair deal to me. I realistically think that's what we should both be working for. He said not a bad trade-off at all. We'll see how we get there, but realistically that would be ideal. I said, as I said, I have zero problem with anyone on the team. If the Dorsey want to talk to me, all they have to do is DM me. All I want is a very simple thing. A good game I can enjoy and make content on. And I'm assuming you want to make the game good, so I can promote, keep players playing, boom, win-win for everyone. You know, you guys have a good game, I can promote it. Everyone's winning, right? He said, I just want the game to be good for everyone and for everyone to be happy. 2 days later, he says, I want a mental break, and basically said that he's off the game until he feels like coming back. And let's keep in mind, he made every single developer unadd me. So at the current moment, I have zero connection to any developers. My unban is simply not going to happen. Me getting put on the manager spot is simply not going to happen. And just all of the things that was promised about the game coming to a perfect solution where I'm the manager, you guys can give me suggestions, they'll add in the suggestions, and everyone will live happy, is essentially not happening anymore because Cetro just decided to disappear off the face of the planet and not tell anyone. Even the developers did not know where he went.
Can we talk about how much the last part was a lie? I'm not gonna lie, bro. At this point, I'm just listening, bro.
And let's not forget, this is not the first backdoor that he did with me. He did this with Typerborn. You can say whatever you want about Typerborn, but at the end of the day, Typerborn, what it was me and Cetro coming together because we did not like main TypeSoul in the direction that they were taking with the game.
Wait, that's actually so true. Why would Balboa still trust Cetro with anything when they were literally making a game together and then Cetro left? I remember back whatever the stupid game is. Balboa was gassing this game up for time. It was meant to release and it never released, bro. It was kind of a scam. Wait, didn't you guys pay Robux to get like Tesla for that? I remember y'all paid, someone paid something. I remember somebody paid something, bro. So that joint was a scam as well. I don't know if it was a scam, but like Cetro's not a serious human being, bro. I do remember people paid for Type Reborn. It was 200 for Patreon. 200 Robux? Because it wasn't $200, right? But my thing about Roblox, right, is developers will actively scam y'all, but y'all will still support and play their games. Now, I sound like a hypocrite because I'm still playing their games too, but like, you know what I'm saying? How hard is it to get cancelled on this platform? It was 2K Robux? Balboa, no way it was 2K Robux. Oh my days. Oh my days. So wait, y'all would pay for an exit scam game but won't buy it? Alright.
So we wanted to take our own direction with the game and make an actual good version with no corrupt developers, no corrupt owners, no corrupt mods. We were going to build it from the ground up, and that was going to be Typerborn. We were going to make it our own version of TypeSoul that our ideal and perfect version.
No, Zolt, right? Dead ass, bro.
So you can say whatever you want. I know how it resulted.
I'm so confused.
But it was still me and him trying to make this perfect ideal version of the game, and then he backdoors me. And now that we're trying to make this perfect ideal version of the game again, guess what? He backdoors me again. Right? You guys can see, he literally reached out to me first. Like I said, I don't have an issue with you making videos on the game. If you want to help with issues, I have zero problem with that. We can work something out, but keep my friends and drama out of it. All that I ask is misinformation. If you want something confirmed, then we can confirm it. And then he said, okay, so we're good. And then he said, do we have an agreement? So I make this agreement because with this agreement, he is promising an unban and me getting more involved within the game, within the developers, and possibly even getting community manager. And later on, after we talked more, he basically made it seem like I was guaranteed community manager as long as I listened to his agreement for long enough. So I was like, okay, perfect. I'll get the role that I've been asking for this whole time, and you guys have been asking for this whole time. So there is finally a person that you guys can go to and speak your mind on, and finally a person that you guys can actually look to genuinely help the community, instead of just, oh, this is rage nerfed, oh, this is this, oh, this is that. I was going to be that person where you can go to me and you can ask the devs to do something. And
why is Balboa this gullible? I mean, if you think about it, right? Imagine a millionaire. Cetro's 100% got over 7 figures in his bank account. Imagine a millionaire comes to your DMs and says, hey, let's make a game. You know? And you fall for that the first time, cool. Now imagine the same millionaire comes to you, is like, yo, let's make TypeSoul a better place. We got so much planned and we can do so much for the community. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna pass up on that opportunity, are you? But then again, if it was anyone that wasn't Cetro booming, it would be more believable. But it was Cetro booming, so the point still stands. You probably shouldn't have fell for it.
And they were gonna do it, right? Unless if it was a terrible change. Like, obviously, if you told them to buff speed when speed's already brain dead, they weren't gonna do it. But if you had a legitimate change, they would probably make a poll, or I would make a poll for it. I would make a poll for it, and you guys can all vote whether if that change is in the game or not. Polls was probably going to be flooded by me, because I was going to try to genuinely make this game just overall way better, right? You guys can see the screenshot. In an ideal version of type, I'm handling the community and the suggestions. I tell you guys the suggestions.
Sounds nice, I can't lie.
You guys do the work. There's no drama. The game's working perfectly. I'm unbanned. I unban Misery. Any content creator that...
No, Balboa, you're actually repeating yourself. When do we get to some real info here, King?
All of this. He tells the developers to unadd me. So now I have zero connection to the developers. He's gone. Like, Cetro's just gone. He's not responding. He's not doing shit. I literally asked him a question. He doesn't respond. And even when he makes this deal and he's like, okay, all you have to do is DM me, right? Any information that he receives will go through me. So I start DMing him bugs, right? And I'm like, bro, ranked rewards gives no rewards. Like, can we fix this? He doesn't respond at all. And it stays broken for an extra 27 hours because he didn't want to read the DMs with me, even though he told me to bring the community's issues. Ranked was giving 0 rewards for over 2 days. I told him to fix it, and it didn't get fixed for an extra 27 hours because he didn't want to look at DMs. So, like I said, you guys can feel whatever you want about me. But I tried to genuinely make this game good.
You did.
And he disappeared on me. This is the second time that I have tried to make a good version of this game for the community, and he...
I'm going to have to change Balboa's name to Lil Duck to Lil Perk.
Disappears on
that boy is not the voice.
Me, backdoors me, and basically says, fuck you. Same thing happened with Typerborn. Same thing's happening now, where he promises change. He promises a better solution for...
Balboa, I might just skip. You're going in circles, King.
What are you talking about? And then you guys remove private servers either way, so even, like, oh my god, bro. Like, this game just doesn't make sense. You guys can obviously have your own opinion. If you want to think that this is me overreacting, if you guys want to think whatever, they have nobody to be like, oh, this is what we should be working on. So at the current moment, the developers are literally freeballing and have no essential idea of what...
You know what I think they should start doing? They're probably not, right? But I really feel like the next big content update should be revolved around Fullbringers. Right, obviously they should fix all the bugs that's going on right now and how unplayable the game is. But I really feel like the next update should be a big update centered around Fullbringers, because Fullbringers doesn't actually have content. Like, there's really just no point of them being in the game right now. Like, if we're being honest, it was gonna be 1000-Year Blood War. No, I mean, yeah. Do they, if it took them 8 months to produce this content update, what is 1000-Year Blood War really gonna be? Some more broken Quincy bosses? I don't know. 1000-Year Bug War.
What they're supposed to be working on or anything like that.
Game should die before next update. I wish, but this game won't go anywhere. Like, realistically, if there's not another good game that comes out in the time span between now and September, TypeSoul won't die.
I'm honestly going to be very surprised if we get a content update anytime soon until Cetro's back or anything like that. So I just wanted to make this video so you guys know
Cetro's back. Cetro isn't
that
gone,
I tried to make this game great. Obviously, I want the game to be good for you. But it is, but, you know, I just wanted you guys to know basically what happened. You're not going to fix this game. If that's what it must be, then that's what it must be.
The last 5 minutes of the video is him saying what he said at the start of the
issue inside your game, and you just fucking burn it, etc.
Alright, Balboa, thank you so much for the video. W information.